What is up, everybody? Welcome to a Monday morning edition of The Squeeze. I'm your host, Tyler Conium. Pretty good damn day yesterday to start off 2023. Really worry-free, stress-free day. The podcast went, or the video, was The Squeeze, went 3-0 yesterday. Packers, we had minus 2.5. They annihilated Minnesota 41-17. We had Detroit minus 6. They won by 31. The sweat was Tampa at minus 3.5. I was worried that it would get to 3. They were only up by a field goal for a little bit there, but it cashed. So 3-0 and up 3 units on the year and on the week. So that's very good news. I've got 3 more bets for you today. I mentioned sort of how we're going to start tracking the bets. I do put props and all that on my Twitter, which I will continue to do, maybe not quite as many, and I'm still making those plays, and those, you can track those plays, and I'm tracking those plays. I'll have a Google spreadsheet or whatever, but in the YouTube comments or in the description, I'm just going to be doing the record for the squeeze. I think that makes the most sense. There will be a weekly record and then a year-to-date through the whole year, and then I am considering I want to break it down maybe by NFL, NHL, NBA too, because it's just, it'd be good to have that sort of record keeping, and I think it would be valuable. So 3 bets today. Like I said, we're going to start in the National Hockey League with the Winter Classic. It's the Pittsburgh Penguins at the Boston Bruins on this holiday Monday at Fenway Park. That game puck will drop at 2 p.m. So it should be, by all accounts, a very good hockey game. Sorry, I just have to pull the proper screen up. There we go. Penguins and Bruins. Penguins 19-11. Boston 28-4. Of course, everybody knows about Boston's home record. They are undefeated in regulation at home. A little bit different, even though this game is in Boston. It's in Fenway Park, so I would say it's more of a neutral site game as opposed to a home game for Boston. It'll be their crowd for sure, but you obviously attract a lot more people from outside of your city when you're having a big game such as the Winter Classic. So who do I like in this hockey game? Neither really. I actually like the under, which is set at 6 currently, and there's a few reasons why. We're going to start with the fact that Pittsburgh is 17-15 to the under this season. Boston is 500. They're 17-17 to that total. When you look at their recent history, Penguins are under 4-0-2 in their last 6, and they're playing on 2 days rest. Boston is under 4. The under is 4-1 in the Bruins' last 5 games when the opponents score 2 or more in their previous games. When you look up their matchups, the under is 9-3 in the last 12, and the under is 5-2 in the last 7 meetings in Boston. As I said, maybe not quite as valuable because they're playing in Fenway Park, but here's what I like. It's going to be a mild day in Boston, above 0, 5-6 degrees Celsius. It's going to be a little bit humid. They're playing outdoors, and the ice, you have to question the performance of the ice. It's going to be warm, which means the puck isn't going to move very well. It could be slow. It could be a little slushy. Of course, they're state-of-the-art technology, but it's just a little bit different than having it in an arena that's built for hockey. So when the heat is there, when it's a little bit humid, the puck tends to move a little bit slower. I think you're going to have a little bit more of a chippy, sloppy game. So I like the under, and I like the number at 6 because then we have push potential if it's 4-2, if it's 5-1, or anything in that nature. So I like this game to go under 6. That's plus 100 at North Star. And I think that's we're going to see a lower scoring game today. Staying in the NHL, we've got Vegas and Colorado. We're going to take a little bit of a shot here. I like to do this when we have a really good day, kind of push the luck a little bit. Some people might, just keep the winning streak going. Well, of course I want to keep the winning streak going, but we're going to take a little bit of a shot when we go to Vegas at Colorado, and we're going to take the Vegas Golden Knights on the money line. This number is all over the place. At North Star Bets, I got this at plus 148. A lot of books, like BetMGM, is plus 130. Betway is plus 130. There's a lot of play. FanDuel is plus 136. If you go to North Star Bets, this is plus 148. So a tip that I do always share is shop around if you have the ability to be on a bunch of different books, because the potential here for the money is like, let's see, if you were to bet this game, just to give you guys an idea of why this matters, right? So you bet this game. Let's go to, say you're on BetMGM, and you were to bet $10 at BetMGM, you'd win back 13, right? So it's a 23 total. But you make the same bet of $10 at North Star, and that's $14.80. It's $2 difference. And obviously, the more you bet, you extrapolate that however you bet. That's a $1.80 just on a $10 bet difference just by shopping at different books, right? So back to the game, it is interesting that Colorado is so heavily favored, and I think I understand why. They have lost their last 3 games. They lost 6-3 to Arizona. They lost 5-4 to LA in a shootout, and they got shelled by the Toronto Maple Leafs on New Year's Eve 6-2. So I feel like the books are looking for them to bounce back against the Vegas team who last time out beat Nashville in overtime. They lost to Anaheim in a shootout. So their last 2 games have gone to extra time. They've lost 2 of their last 3. But they're 25-12 on the season, where Colorado is 19-13. At home, the Avalanche are 9-6, so not great. On the road, Vegas is 14-3-1-1. They are infinitely better on the road than they are at home, where they're just 11-9. So the fact that we can, again, get this at almost plus 150 for a team that has been fairly dominant, not even fairly, they've been dominant on the road versus a team that hasn't been great at home. Will Colorado lose 4 straight games? Nate McKinnon's back. There's questions there, but I'm going to take it. We're just going to, let's ride the wave a little bit. And because if we hit that, it's plus 148, and I like that. So I'm going to ride with the Vegas Golden Knights tonight. And then the last bet we have on the day is in the NBA with the Los Angeles Lakers, who are going up against the Charlotte Hornets. I like the Lakers on the money line on this one. Look, Lakers haven't been great. They're missing Anthony Davis. We know that. But LeBron James is probable for tonight's game, which is good. You've got some injuries on the Hornets side. Oubre is still out. Davis is actually feeling better. He won't play tonight, certainly. But the Lakers are still 15-21 to Charlotte's 10-27. At home, Charlotte is only 5-12. You look at ATS, the Charlotte Hornets are only 16-18-3, and the Lakers are actually 22-14 to the over. But I just like the Lakers straight up on the money line. The Lakers are 9-0 ATS. Their last 9 times they've played in Charlotte. They're 15-5-1 in their last 21 meetings. So I just think the Lakers they're just the better team right now, and you've got LeBron James. He's going into Charlotte. It's always interesting because Jordan owns the Hornets. LeBron has a little bit something extra to prove when he's in Charlotte because he knows Michael Jordan's either going to be in the arena or certainly watching the game. So I do like the potential there. There's not a ton of games on the slate, especially in the NBA. We have a bunch of NBA games, but I haven't really liked the spreads there. There's only 3 games in the NHL, so it is actually a tough day. Mondays, I used to take Mondays off because you usually get the weekend hangover and tough games were more tough, but Tuesdays will be the off day going forward just based on my schedule. It makes a little bit more sense, so let's run down the card for you one more time. I like the Pittsburgh Penguins and Boston Bruins to go under 6 in the Winter Classic. That's plus 100 at North Star. I like the Vegas Golden Knights to beat the Colorado Avalanche. That's plus 148 also at North Star. And I like the Los Angeles Lakers on the money line. I got that at minus 105 at DraftKings. That line looks like it's moved. I made this bet last night, but I still like the Lakers on the money line, paying the juice for that. Feel free to drop a comment if you're fading or following. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at Tyler Conium for more picks and props throughout the day. Audio-only versions of this podcast are on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts, which is in the description. Let's have a Monday. Happy the rest of the final day of your Christmas holidays to those who are off today. And let's just talk sports.